we are back with round 2. Not sure we're going to get a game here because Jack kindly went over to tell him they could start and they told him no and to piss off, basically. So, yeah, whether we get a game of round 2 here, who knows? But if we do...
Hopefully we do.
Yeah, Connor on the left with Ice Earth, Dan, the sexy man Haben, with Tricolour Cat 13 on the right.
The standard Fire Lightning build, I imagine, with the new wind cards scattered in?
Kind of. It gave me a quick look and I just kind of shuddered because, you know me, I get PTSD when I see this deck.
I don't know what Ice Earth is going to be in Connor's deck that's changed from last Opus, because it was a damn good deck last Opus.
This deck, I think, could be one to watch. Basically, it's like IMO, I believe, at 3, and then just cards that basically make your opponent skip their turn. So, it's going to be nasty.
So Dan immediately going into Saz to get an Ami, so a good card to have in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Although, again, I'm not really sure what we're going to see that might be useful on
Xenos that I can already see that's in
perhaps
Connor's hand. I mean, it never feels comfortable, but you could hit the Rydia to stop searching too.
I mean, that would be pretty big, to be honest, because obviously
you've been 3 cards for it,
like
but
this,
you'd have to bin 3 in response.
Yeah, I would have contemplated that myself there, I think.
I'd have definitely thought that. I don't know if I would have done it.
Yeah,
but I would have definitely thought
everyone's had those thoughts in their time, you know.
Do I want to Ami a backup? It doesn't kill it, but...
I'm a man that Ami'd a Leo to win. Just throwing that out there, right?
What's a draw a card?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ami'd that little...
Careful. Careful.
I know. Anyway, Unileska and then pass. So Connor set up now with both his elements.
What's in hand? He's got a Xenos, a Shantoto, and a Mist Dragon. Okay.
Is that the new Sarah as well?
Yes, it looks like it. I really like her. I think she's really cool.
I think we can see her get easily to the minus 5k.
I think that's a Nostalon as well, but I suppose that is good because CC has backups in every colour, so you can always colour fix.
This is absolutely true.
It's wind, which you need to walk the knoll in with.
Is it going to be too slow, though, for Dan versus a deck that's going to be punishing your hand?
I think this Cat 13 deck can play slower now.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree with it.
I don't know how much discard Connor's necessarily going to have.
Well,
so going in with the Vanille.
That one brings
search Lightning, Fang, or Hope.
Yes.
I am correct.
Grabbing the Fang. So we might have a bit of the.
This makes the Hope cost 1.
Correct. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm beginning to. I kind of wrote this deck off because I was like, Cloud just kills the deck. But maybe it being a single target kill isn't that bad?
No. I'm wondering if he's playing the new Caius in this as well.
Personally, I don't think you do. Because Bahamut starts taking up too many slots.
Granted, but when it's just straight removed from game on a forward that you're playing that you want to anyway, because I think the older Caiuses are too much of a liability.
You played like 1 or 2 of the one that also played a 4 or less from hand.
But
that kind of fizzled out quite quickly from the deck.
Yeah, because it was that sort of liability of if it dies, I lose something else as well.
Can you get that Fang up quickly?
Sure.
I want to double check if she's live or not, because I believe it counts characters. Why the new Vincent doesn't? I don't know.
Don't get me started on the new Vincent. I'm already angry.
But there's a Shantoto there.
Is that the right Fang? That's not the right Fang.
It's the 2-drop one.
Of course.
She's from an older set. She wasn't in the start. That one, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Cool.
3 or more Cat 13 Cactuars.
Yeah. Well, they're not there anymore because we got a Shantoto.
I don't think Dan's that bothered by this because he didn't. The Shantoto cost basically the same as what the 2 forwards did.
Granted, but now Connor has access to any of his LB, let's be honest, which could be anything.
So going with the Nostalon here. So that's the other wind knoll, not the new one.
Oh, yeah. That one is very good, though. That's the one that attacks and then removes itself,
It disappears and comes back in, and it does your opponent point of damage, buffs something, or kills a monster, I think, are the 3 effects it had. I've never really seen it go off.
Makes me sick, but there is the one that makes me even sicker. It is that lightning.
So Xenos to damage. And Connors drew a Krista and a Neo X-Def here. So when you can play the Krista to make... Well, there's nothing for Dan to discard.
He'd probably just play Cloud, though.
He's paying 2.
No,
he's paying
just
4.
Yeah,
so Cloud.
So maybe that lightning isn't good with LB existing, but
The Victoria and the Cloud both kill it.
Yeah.
And what in the new set kills it? Vincent can kill it.
meh.
I mean, Vincent can kill it even with Fang's buff.
Yeah.
So it is
Formelda
worthy.
can kill it on
I'm-
4 elements.
Yeah, I'm on the LB deck.
Oh, right.
Is there anything else that kills?
I mean, technically, Luna Freya can, depending on what you hit. And that's a scary concept. So,
yeah, Cloud coming in here, break a 3 or less.
is that Nalapa that we're seeing there?
Yes, if you cast a summon, deal a point of damage,
I
or
love this card.
what's the other effect? Deal 10k to something,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
You get both as well, which is what's crazy.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I thought it was like one.
This guy.
One, yeah.
Yeah.
Select
Select
up
two.
to 2.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
crazy. And it's
God.
Cat 6. That's mental.
Yeah, that's going to go in a Cat 6 deck.
Oh,
if Cat 6 decks you play.
Replaces General Leo if you were still running it.
You
Without
can run
doubt.
both.
Oh, I don't think you would need
You
to.
never play both.
No,
But yeah.
I think you save the slots. This is infinitely better than any General Leo.
God, yes.
So
5k is the biggest drawback of this card. Because it dies easy.
Oh, and Dan didn't realise. Oh, he's letting him take it back.
I say Krista can't attack here because I think you have to
No,
be damaged.
so he tried to attack with Nalapa, but he's already been made to discard a card this turn. So obviously the Krista can become a monster, become a forward,
okay,
and
yeah. Oh, that's how it becomes a forward, yeah.
Yes.
Your opponent.
so
Playing a Sid Highwind here to go digging for some backups.
that one I need to find manually.
I did hit the Lumina. I'm trying to think. Lumina. It's Wind. It'll be at the very bottom because an LB card.
Yeah.
Up a little bit. There you go.
Scroll on this mouse is
So
not great.
reveal top 3, add 1 backup to hand. I do think it could have been more than 3. I think 5 would have been. Would that have been too good? It's a Wind card, which is inherently things when you've got balance.
Exactly. But it is adding a backup, so it's specific hits. Or Connor now going in with an Edward,
so you
not
can
Edgar. I
remove
was
a
going to
card
say, yeah.
each turn.
So if we hit a Xenos, and if that's it, Highwind goes as well.
Oh yeah.
So Dan needs to be really careful about that. But we are 1 damage apiece. Dan the Lapper just sat there.
Lumina, search any Cat 13 forward here.
So what do we go for? Do we go... Oh, there's that New Hope.
But it can't come in this turn because you'd have nothing to pay the entry effect with.
No. But again, just having it sat there and ready, I think is fine.
It's a really weird artwork for him.
Oh, you mean crack addict, guys?
I didn't want to say it, but that is...
He's clearly hanging out in an alley going, I will do stuff for a dime bag. So,
So what's in Connor's hand?
couple backups there. He does have Unalesca.
Saw Tyro, I think, as well. Which can get you fifth one out. So Unalesca's already got on field. Is that an Emina as well? Which, I mean, you get some forwards. I don't know if you're playing any.
The thing is, though, is that Connor really wants to get to his IMOs.
I suppose, yeah, you can't play a 5th backup if he wants to play that.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure he's playing 3, so that when he hits them, he can be like, right, I'm going to turn your turn off.
Yeah.
And then I'll punish you even further by
In
having
that
your
case,
next
it's
turn.
just keeping the Shiva in hand to shut your opponent's stuff down.
I think he's changed his mind, though. It
No,
looks
you
like
give
he
him
is going for the
Tyro,
Tyro.
okay. So does Xenos make you discard, or are both of its effects just on discard?
What do you mean? Sorry.
The new Xenos.
Well, it's if something leaves your break zone, your opponent discards once per turn.
Yes, I thought it had another effect.
It does, and it
When it
is-
enters, you remove 2 forwards. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it does trigger its second effect on entry, and it's going to stop.
Oh, and we are
So
now.
Ultimecia getting rid of 4.
Yeah, and we're going to dull freeze all the backups and then the Lapper.
Oh, this is going to hurt
Yeah.
Dan now because he can't really play the Hope in his next turn now.
No, exactly that. And there's a discard as
Yeah,
well.
the Ultimecia makes you discard afterwards.
Another Hope. Oh,
There's
damage.
not really any experts that are going to help Dan here either.
No. Dan really on the back foot now.
Your Bahamut's not costing 2 because you've only got 2 Cat 13s out, so
Oh, does it count forwards only, is it?
I think you need
back
3.
characters,
yeah,
sure.
I think you need 3 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor's in a commanding spot here and a pass over.
I don't think Dan's got anything at all.
Anything with haste that Connor can play wins the game if you draw you. There's not enough in hand for you to have your Stola online.
So it's just Tyro and Sephiroth in hand.
Tyro. I mean, Sephiroth can kill something and then make him discard. It's not bad to get double. I mean, you don't need Tyro at this point.
You probably want, well, not that we're seeing any summons from Connor here, but killing the Lapper isn't a terrible idea.
So Unalaska making discard.
Yep. So Krista going in because there's now a forward. I think we're just going to take Dan to damage 6 and hold it.
EX Burst gets a search here. So what do you think you grab here?
I generally...
The lightning gives you some damage.
Yeah. Oh, we're going with another Fang.
I suppose you play that first, make cost 1. Could work out.
Yeah. But the problem is, though, you need to go pretty wide, fast.
You're going damage 6 here, probably.
Nope, we're taking a block with a Sid. And ultimately, you're going in and putting into damage 5. And there goes the Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh. That might have been something that may have helped turn the game around, I think.
Connor could always just Leo here and draw as well if he wants to.
Gross. We're going to potentially play the Surges, though, and freeze. No, we're not. It is Leo Pass by the looks of things.
Leo, yeah. You usually leave Edward up to get rid of something if needs be.
Again, even though we've had a new crop of LBs pop up, Leo's still showing why it's strong.
And now there's a non-LB version. Isn't it a monster? So what's the play here? So I think the Fang's going to come down first. Then you pay 1 for the Hope, and then it leaves you with 6 CP to play anything you want. Don't know what you play.
Yeah.
Sid. Oh, I'm trying to remember what the Cat 13 Sid is called.
Highwind?
No, that's the Cat 7 one. Sid Reigns, I think it is.
Yeah.
He does something on entry. I think he breaks a forward, which
That could
Dan
help.
might need here.
Yeah.
And at damage 5, I'm pretty sure he gets all of his effects. Because he's like RNA, he's got like 3 lines of buffs.
Oh, I don't think Dan's got enough CP here, though, to be honest. Not for everything he seems to be mathing out.
He's got Bahamut in hand as well, which can be reduced just from playing 1 of more Cat 13.
Well,
So,
there's the Fang.
Here comes
There's the Hope.
Right.
And not to sound like a Star Trek nerd, but New Hope. It's the best I could do. Why are you looking at me like
Star
that for?
Trek nerd.
No, it says. Did I say Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh well,
That's
whatever.
why I was shaking my head.
I don't
That's
like. I don't like either of them, frankly. So
You take that back.
nah, 40k is better. They just don't have good TV shows or films yet. But they'll come. They'll come.
Not from the way it's going with the report. It might not be happening.
I believe in my Lord and Savior, Henry Cavill.
So paying 2, so it's only the lightning that's coming in here, but it's only the lightning and the Napala that can swing.
Yeah, and we're only going to get the trigger off of the lightning, though, right?
But it does buff all your forwards, so it does put the Napala up to 6 if that matters in any way.
I don't think that matters at all, because Connor can easily take a couple points of damage and not have to worry, and then he just swings for game next turn anyway.
Do you swing here? I mean, you've got Bahamut in hand to cast if needs be. Nope, paying 4 instead.
We need something a bit more substantial, I think.
He's already gone in his deck. Don't like this.
Fine, new cards, etc. But we are going with that new Sarah.
So that does immediately kill the Leo
Yeah.
because it's a 5k power reduction.
No, I can't find it.
It's a new set.
It is new set. I'll find them manually.
Being lightning.
Like a peasant.
He's got to. For everybody not here, because you can't see what's happening, our Opus 23 cards are in a different folder to all our other cards. So Fish has to manually go in and search for it.
And none of them are named, and I don't know card codes. So,
Okay. I couldn't tell you what the numbers of the cards are.
I'm sure like Jacko could, because his brain is crazy, but mine is full of holes.
I think I missed what killed the Natla there.
Sephiroth just to kill the...
of course, yeah.
doesn't it remove, though? And then you get to play it next turn?
No, if you you can, yes, but I think he's just choosing not to.
Fair.
But yeah, that 5k power reduction on Sarah is really good.
Exactly. Now we're looking at potentially no attacks from Connor. That could be the stall that Dan needs, because 5k is not an insult. It's hell 2k.
I mean, yeah, all of your forwards are now 4k and
now
3k.
We've got a Biblos and a Kusith. I'd be inclined here just to go Kusith to get back the Xenos. Play it and then pay Edward to.
Well, you don't need to. You remove 2 forwards on Xenos entry.
Well, yeah.
You Edward in your opponent's turn.
Yeah, exactly. Very well said.
But yeah, I agree with you there. I think that's probably the right play.
Because Dan is sat with no cards in hand other than that. If we do that,
You do need a way of getting rid of this Sarah, though, because it's holding you back a lot at the moment. Which, maybe playing the Biblos and waiting a turn to get the Xenos in is... I mean, you play the Biblos and do and see if there's anything else you can get.
If Dan draws...
Unalaska could always make him discard.
Yeah. If Dan draws here a Lightning...
He doesn't have lethal, but it would be close.
But yeah, exactly. But he's going to get a lot of cards back to hand.
So Victoria coming in, shoots the Fang for 7. And now everything's only 2k power reduction instead of 5.
Yeah. There's not...
But you're still big enough to block everything.
We haven't discarded yet, though, right?
So
to make the Krista forward? Whoa.
Does Krista need you to discard?
Yeah, I think it does. You might have to run while let me... Let's find out.
A 2 or less.
That's fine. We're good. We're good.
When you were saying you had to discard, I wasn't too sure. But I've been so long that I saw it.
Whatever.
There probably is something that does that, yeah.
It's fine. I knew it was something to do with hand size or discard.
So drew a Null, a Zidane, and an Ami here. So you could play the Zidane.
Yeah, but it's not enough, though.
Yeah, the Ami doesn't help you here, and neither really does the Null. What would the LB deck look like that Dan would have? Arden's a 10k blocker.
In theory, if he was playing a Vincent at LB, the new Vincent, that could be a game changer here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Sid Highwind, Nyx, Zach. I don't know why you still have Zach in there at this point. Maybe. Remember when we looked at that card and thought that was really good, and then we got 2 new fire ones? They're like, what's the point in Zach anymore?
Yeah. I think the problem with Zach was that 3k just from anywhere seemed really good, but then Leo Draw seemed better.
So I would probably get rid of Agusa first here.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we even going to attack, though? I don't think we do. Oh, we're paying 5.
Is this hard casting Nyx?
He is paying it. Oof.
That feels expensive.
It is expensive, and
just a 9k body.
Again, though, are we not playing a Vincent? Because that would have been perfect here.
Just crack one of your backups, kill one of the 4, kill the Osmisha.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got a first striker with a -2 power reduction from the Sarah.
You've already you finish with none in hand, so the Victoria's bumped up by 2k.
Oh, you probably need to get him to get rid of that, but no, game is done because he's gonna let them have it. So Dan just attacking for the tiebreaker. Dull freeze all the forwards. Connor takes it. Oh, well played.
Kurasame is really nasty when you get set up.
So again, I think that is the what Connor's going for. You got the Ultimecia to freeze the backups, Kurasame for dull freeze because you don't use it for the discard, and you use Imo.
I do worry this deck would be too slow going into the 2 decks we just saw before this game, though.
Yeah, especially with anything that's got chaos in it, it could be tough. But
you've got Toto to wipe the board, but you're kind of banking on seeing it.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, guys, not quite sure what is left on currently on round 2, but we will try and get Connor over here, so bear with us. We'll be back with you shortly.
Have a good chat about his deck.
Well, we're just going with it because I clicked the wrong button. Hey, guys, winner of round 2, Connor.
We're in early.
So I'm glad we got to see this deck in action because it was one I was quite interested in. Another Ice Earth brew from yourself.
Yeah.
Tell us, what were the main changes for this set then?
Turn skip. Anima is very strong. That's all I did. I just built around the turn skips.
Is that, and that was including the IMO backup, right?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
IMO is poop. Well, for this, I
So
think.
what are the new cards? Anima, which don't unfreeze all your opponent's characters.
Anima, Xenos. Yep. Edward goes in because Edward Xenos is very efficient discard. LB helps because Luso now searches Arcanist, which is nice.
Yep.
I don't think so much.
No new Earth cards go in the deck?
No. I tried to put
Emmett
in, but Emmett seems to work more for an Earth-focused list.
Because what would it search for? You just Toto and Kurasame?
Can't search Kurasame, it's Earth characters.
Oh, is it only Earth characters? So it gets you Toto.
You'd have to add more crap in to make that okay. And I was looking at like Aparuru, the Totos, maybe an Ingus, but I didn't think it was worth it at that point.
It looked like a really solid deck though. Like it did really well into that match.
Yeah, it's doing all right.
Kept everything shut down as well as you needed.
Yeah.
Even with the Sarah hitting a 5k power reduction, it didn't really seem to stop you doing what you needed to do.
Nah, he saw it too late. I mean, if I can just party attack through his ball forwards, I don't care about power decrease. Yeah, I think deck still needs a bit of tweaking because I keep wanting the power forwards, well, the turn skip forwards in my hand, and it's hard draw. So
no, what is there that you think?
Gabrant.
Search them, Gabrant. The Azael can get
backup line is way
Anima?
too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Gabrant only.
So I know in this game we didn't see a lot of the Xenos at all, so she discarded it. Have you used it yet? Is it good in its interaction?
It's so it's fine. All it does is let you turbo to your opponent having 0 cards on hand, so you don't have to waste your Kurasame to do that now. So it's your initial card that puts your opponent to 0, in my mind. It gives you an okay turn 2 card if you don't see a turn 2 backup. So yeah, it just quickly lowers your opponent to 0 so you can actually get all your other good shit off. And it's like your opponent sees it. It's a lightning rod that I don't care about because it will do its job immediately and on their turn. So if they're going to waste more cards getting rid of it, when I can, in response, Edward discard again, you're looking at like 3 cards lost, 4 cards lost for a Xenos. So the math works out.
It's more of an investment to kill it than it is for you playing it all the time. Yeah.
But they gotta kill it because it's 1 CP, discard 1. It's
pretty nasty, to be fair. So, I know obviously you talked that you're stuck at the moment, like with potential changes. Anything specific that stands out though that you would be looking at changing at all? Not super happy with the backup lineup. 17, I want to be 16. I got 3 Toto because Chaos is floating around. Yeah.
Aggro is going to see you play at the start of a set because it always does.
Yeah, so I think in a couple of weeks maybe Shantota goes down to 2, but
how is your matchup into Chaos? Because obviously you showed us that little exhibition on Thursday last week with Chaos, and quite frankly made me sick.
Chaos kind of loses to Mist Dragon plus board wipe. So I got 3 Mist Dragon, 3 Rydia. So I can reach Mist Dragon on turn 1 pretty consistently if I want to. And it's telltale sign if they say go second, they're playing Chaos.
I don't know, I'd get second.
Yeah, but you're a madman to play 50 forwards.
But I can, assume, so
Yeah.
you can just play Rydia into the Mist Dragon pass. Don't play the second backup, so you have Mist Dragon, and you can bluff it even if
See what they do. Yeah.
you can bluff it even if you can't play it.
Yeah.
Because they won't invest if they see it. So it slows them down enough. And then, you just go to 3 backups. Arcanist helps them, man.
Stop the 2s attacking.
Say 2s can't
Or if
attack.
they put Gilgamesh out, you just say 3, just to stop him hitting you 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Edward, well, if you get to the grind game, you've won. But Edward just says, Gilgamesh will never be attacking 3 times. So
Yeah, you're right.
I need to play with it more. I think it's alright. It's at least 50-50, I think.
It looks solid, but obviously it was what you were running at the start of the last set as well.
Yeah, I think we'll see. Definitely against Chaos, I'd rather lose dice roll, which is weird. Because if you see a backup searcher, you want to go backup searcher plus its target.
Yeah.
If they then go Chaos discard 2, you've lost.
Yeah.
So
Whereas if
weirdly,
you're now going, if you know you're going first, you know that that's what you're going to do. Yeah.
So maybe I just need to see what. Assume my opponent. If I win dice roll, I assume my opponent's playing Chaos. Play into that and see how that works. Maybe
It's
that's
just
fine.
testing the deck a little bit slower,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
So-
fair enough. Is there anything else that you're potentially not too happy up with matchup wise for yourself?
Literally thought of the deck yesterday. So
So a lot of practice.
So
to
a
do.
lot of practice and testing, and so. Well, I think we'll leave it there then. Thank you for joining us as always, Connor.
Yeah.
Guys, we will be right back shortly with round 3.